the day as the Day Against Sexual Violence, particularly with regard to conflict. This was again taken up by the United Nations Security Council in 2015, and the United Nations General Assembly adopted an unanimous resolution stressing upon the need to observe this day as a grim reminder to all actors, the state as well as non-state, that sexual violence, sexual offenses should not be committed during conflicts. Way back during the Second World War, we often heard of the conflict women which were being used by Japanese forces, which also resulted in pregnancy and other related issues. If you take the case of Bangladesh, we have seen during the independence movement that sexual violence was perpetrated on a vast scale. And it was because of these historical developments, which are a sad reflection on the barbarity being committed by the armed forces, that the United Nations felt the necessity to remind people, and as a reminder, on every year since 2015, the 19th of June is being celebrated as a day to remind people of the need to prohibit sexual violence, particularly in conflicts. These issues are very much related with the hospitals. The healthcare establishments have to play a very important role, and therefore this year has been dedicated to the healthcare institutions. Particularly, we have seen that in the recent past, say in the case of Gaza, hospitals are being bombed, the power supplies are being cut off, they are used as sanctuaries by armed forces, their basements are being used to preserve ammunition, and as a result or as a consequence, these hospitals become unavailable to the common people, and many have lost their lives, particularly those who have been the victims of sexual offense during conflict. People should be made aware, or measures should be taken so that the trauma victims are taken care of. And so far, the issues are concerned, their rehabilitation is another important aspect that this particular day emphasizes upon. In this particular reason, we have had witness to such situations during different times in the past on the plea of liberation conflicts or on the plea of ethnic conflicts, as is being experienced in Manipur. And I believe that awareness is a key to protecting some of the victims or ensuring that these victims receive due health care from the healthcare establishments.
This is a very difficult question of how can we stop sexual violence during conflict, because you see, during conflict, any kind of sexual violence that takes place, it is difficult to punish the guilty. It is not an easy task, but because to do that we have to stop the oppression, and there has to be strict law to guard, to punish these criminals, those who had committed offense. So obviously it has been going on since time immemorial. It will go on, but of course it can be reduced to some extent by maybe punishing the offenders with the strictest kind of punishment in the form of passing a law.